Dr. Mo Ibrahim, founder of the African telecommunications company Celtel International and one of Africa's most successful business leaders, brought the benefits of mobile telecommunications to sub-Saharan Africa. Since the start of operations in 1998, Celtel has invested over $750 million in networks in 15 African countries. Celtel's licenses cover a third of the population of Africa. In 2005, Dr. Ibrahim sold Celtel and set up the Mo Ibrahim Foundation to support the attainment of good governance in Africa. In a recent interview, he talked about the need for an enabling environment.
It would be nice if the government have the infrastructure, if they have power, so we can run our base stations, and if the local incumbent PTT have capacity, so we can use the backbone. In reality, most of these things are not available. All that comes under difficulties or heartache, and I said we can deal with that. What we cannot deal with is the government which doesn't respect its own laws. It's important to have effective judiciary system. I mean, you need, if you need to go to court, you know that it will work. These are really basic requirements. Without respect of law and governments living up to their agreed contracts, etc., it will be very difficult really for business to work. People look for stability, consistency in the way you are doing things. If there's no clear law on land ownership, how do you expect people to start building things? Clearly that's a problem. It has to be dealt with. Many countries pass wonderful investment laws, but they just couldn't execute it. Either because of the lack of the cadres, lack of the enabling institutions in place to do it.
What we are producing now.
Why need 16 signatures to get a piece of equipment out of the customs? Why 16 guys need to sign a piece of paper for that? I mean, it's just really ridiculous. If we manage to simplify these processes, that will be really a great help. Celtel business case is being taught right now at all classes at Harvard Business School. And I was talking last week, I was having lunch with one of the professors at Harvard. And he was telling me a very interesting story. He said, you know, Mo, why are you teaching Celtel everywhere, and what is the line we're taking there? We're saying that governance base, and if you want to build a good business, build a clean business. Clean business, why clean business works? Because you end up with a premium. When we sold the company, we managed to get a really big premium for the good governance, and our multiples was 8.5 times EBITDA when cellular companies in Europe, European cellular companies were trading at 6.5 times EBITDA. So it's very interesting for an African company to attract a higher premium than a European company. And the answer was because that's a clean company. You don't have skeletons in your wardrobe. You cannot succeed and build a business, a long-term business in a country, unless you are engaged with the local community and the population. You need the goodwill where you work. I think that is anybody investing long-term will pay attention to that, because you cannot really work long-term in a country if you're being perceived badly. You know, in the era post-conflict, as you call it, is you need jobs to start with. Those guys who have been fighting, etc., you need just take them off the street and find employment for them. And by creating jobs, etc., you help ease that problem. Private sector need not be bad, and it can be really good force for good.